All right, you guys, it's happening. It's happening. Everybody stay calm. After yesterday's episode where we went kind of for the jugular with Turning Point USA, because really I think everybody in the entire world has had enough with the non-response, trying to move on, trying to gaslight us, not answering basic details. So we just went for it. And guess what? Turning Point has moved to formally respond to all of the things that we have said. And after a very long diatribe in which they wildly misrepresent the public and global investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they at long last issued a public invitation or a challenge. I'm not sure what it is, but I accept.
Hey, deep divers and tea spillers. Welcome back. We usually focus on the A-listers of Hollywood, but today we are diving headfirst into the most explosive, high-stakes drama happening right now in the political celebrity sphere. Forget reality TV feuds. This is a real-life, corporate and personal Game of Thrones that has left one of the most powerful conservative organizations, Turning Point USA, scrambling for cover. We're talking about Candace Owens versus her former besties at TPUSA. And it is all spinning around the tragic and increasingly suspicious death of Charlie Kirk. Seriously, this isn't just a spat. It's a full-on betrayal saga complete with financial secrets, shady characters, and a shocking showdown.
Outspoken commentator Tim Pool mocked Owens' post, saying, "I received information this morning that put the final pieces together for me. I can now say with full confidence that I believe Charlie Kirk was betrayed by Candace Owens and some of the very people who claim to be his friend. Yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. And I'm making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this organization to say thank you. You were lied to." And Candace.
For 3 months, Candace has been relentless, putting her former allies under a microscope, and they've been dead silent. Why? She's calling it the biggest inside job of the decade, arguing that the truth about Charlie Kirk's passing is being actively covered up by the very people who claim to be protecting his legacy. When an organization refuses to answer even the most basic questions, it doesn't pass the vibe check. It screams, "We have secrets." The drama is intensely personal. Owens didn't pull any punches, putting the spotlight directly on Charlie Kirk's chief of staff, Mikey McCoy.
Ever since Charlie's murder, Candace Owens has leveled a flood of allegations against people at Turning Point USA, people at Turning Point Action, and people who work for this show. She's made them against some of Charlie's closest friends and against some of his most dedicated employees.
Yes.
She has suggested that Michael McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, knew Charlie would be murdered, was happy that he died, and stayed silent because he was told he would be the next Charlie. She has suggested Michael is not his real name. It is. I have seen his birth certificate myself. She has called it suspicious that Mikey's wife, who works at Turning Point, helped plan the campus tour event where Charlie was murdered.
She's essentially accusing him of a massive power play, suggesting he was promised the coveted spot of the next Charlie in exchange for his silence regarding the events that unfolded. Note, insert clip here detailing the McCoy accusation and the shocking element of a potential power vacuum. This is next-level betrayal, a shocking move by someone closest to the inner circle. And it gets shadier. Candace even dug into the background of McCoy's father, Pastor Rob McCoy, hinting that the roots of this whole scandal run far deeper into a shadowy family connection. But here's where the story goes from gossip to global thriller. Candace dropped the bombshell detail about highly suspicious international interference. She kept demanding answers about strange Egyptian military jets, allegedly tracking Kirk and TPUSA events long before the tragedy. When TUSA finally dismissed this as an absurd conspiracy, Candace snapped back, arguing their mockery was simply a cover-up to avoid discussing a major threat they couldn't control. Note, insert clip here focusing on the sensational Egyptian jets claim and Candace's reaction. For her, these jets are the proof that this scandal is far bigger than internal jealousy. It's a global secret that got dragged into the drama. Now, let's talk money. Because nothing fuels a scandal like missing funds. Owens alleged financial impropriety, suggesting millions were evaporating into various mysterious LLCs. While TPUSA gave a sterile defense about their audits, Candace provided the most chilling detail of all. Just days before his death, Charlie Kirk himself became suspicious and decided to create an internal Doge department. According to her, Kirk told people he needed this because he didn't know where the money was coming from or how quickly and where exactly the money was being evaporated to. Note: insert clip here focusing on the Doge department and the financial secrets. Imagine that. The founder starts an internal investigation because he can't trust his own team. That is the ultimate backstabbing drama. And the procedural failures? They look less like accidents and more like intentional cover-ups. Candace highlighted the shocking failure of the so-called elite security team to administer first aid, a bizarre move at a major event. Even more suspicious was the technical team's frantic removal of an SD card from a camera at the scene. Why would they tamper with evidence unless there was something they absolutely did not want the public to see? Note: insert clip here covering the security failures and the drama around the SD card. The conflicting stories they gave afterwards just scream, "We're trying to manage the optics of a disaster." After weeks of ignoring the crisis, TPUSA finally sent out their producer, Blake Neff, to address the scandal. Their excuse for the silence was weak. The claims are too absurd. We're following Charlie's rule to not feed the trolls. And we hoped Candace would just stop. Candace slammed this response, calling it elitist and completely out of touch.
Received information last night that put the final pieces together for me. I now can say with full confidence that I believe Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the leadership of Turning Point USA and some of the very people who eulogized him on stage. Yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. And I am making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this godforsaken organization to request a refund. You were lied to, and leadership knew.
They tried to lump their own concerns paying donors in with Antifa supporters for asking questions. A massive PR blunder. Their attempt to brush off a political superstar as a troll backfired spectacularly, only cementing the public's feeling that they were desperately trying to bury the story. Note: insert clip here of Candace's reaction to TPUSA calling their critics trolls. But now, for the finale. TPUSA, through Neff, extended a public televised invitation to Candace for a face-to-face showdown in Phoenix. They said the ball was in her court. Candace's answer? Immediate and fiery. I accept it with whistles and bells. This is the reality TV confrontation we've all been waiting for. She demanded it be authentic, truthful, and immediate. Her only rule for the event: no assassinations, no funny business. She wants to look them straight in the eye and force them to answer for the betrayal and the secrets. She's bringing the texts, the financial questions, and the flight path data. She's ready to expose every detail. This is the ultimate tell-all, the highest stakes drama you will ever see. Candace is fighting to expose the truth about a personal friend's final, suspicious days, and she is challenging a corporate giant to lie to her face. The tension is unbearable. What do you think will happen when they finally face off? Will Candace expose the deepest, darkest secrets of TPUSA, or will the organization manage to escape the scandal? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Do you think this is pure political drama or a celebrity feud taken too far? If you live for the drama and love a good deep dive into the scandals of the powerful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for all the latest tea. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our reaction to the ultimate showdown. Thanks for watching!